time to walk around, walking around the compound. Lions and tigers all around, see some cats when Derek walks around.
Everyone seems to be having a pretty good time right in this image. In this image. Hello all of you big cat lovers out there, it's me Derek again. Welcome to another super duper fantastic episode of the Walk Around the Compound webcast. Hi. Hello. Oh. Someone is out of the storm lockdown. The storm building. It's that one there. And she was just in there. She wasn't protecting any food, and then she wasn't getting angry at anyone. She's just like, no, I'm just inside today. And there's like multiple people who tried to like, hey, when you want to move, because we you know, you got some poops that we can try cleaning up. She's like, If you'd like to make a call, please hang up and try again. She was just here. She was just like right here. Maybe she did like the Goku, you know, put like the two fingers up on his on his forehead and bzz, bzz, bzz. Maybe. Oh, there she is now. There she is. All right. There we go. There's that pretty little lady getting up, moving. Oh, jeepers, Grim. Okay, we're still rolling. Yeah. If there's like a hand flub and I can't tell you how many times I would catch it with my thumb like on the stop button, and then I'd be like, oh, nuts. Oh, fiddle dee dee. I have egg on my face. Look at that poofy mug. Hey. 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 Wow. 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 Wow, what a great audience. Oh, hi. You're coming back over here. Get maybe a drink of water from your bucket. It's nice. That's nice. Hey there, fella. Hey there, fella. What are you doing? Hi. Hey there, mister. He looks like he's on a mission. He looks like he's gonna go do something. Yes. 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 I was correct. He definitely. Yep. sitting there just drinking his bath water. This is real Tiger Boy bathwater, and it could be yours for $299.95. A 3-ounce vial of Tiger Boy water. Real verified Tiger Boy water. You know, imagine that there's a number of guys who actually bought the Gamer Girl water, but it's like for a variety of different reasons. Bless you. I would say that probably the best reason to get it would just be to be a part of like a weird cultural happening. Not that you actually would like, oh, that's an item that I want. No, it's just one of those kind of things where it's just like, oh my gosh, this is so crazy. It's the first time that something weird like this has happened. This is peak internet. I just want to be a part of that historical thing. What are you doing? But then there's probably some guys, oh, they get it. They get their jar in the mail. It's like they peek out of their curtains just wondering, just like, is the mail, is the mail, look at this watch, it's already 1:30. Mail guy should have been here by now. There's probably a couple of those. Oh. And then they, it's just like, well, if I just get this, like, I just kind of feel maybe like I'm just like kind of closer to her. Oh no. Like we're a little bit connected. Oh yeah. Probably a lot of guys, I imagine there's probably a few unscrew the lid, and it, like probably a few. And I'll bet you at least like one or two took it further just to see. Just kind of like, hey, I'm curious. I'll bet you. And ultimately, probably just like, it's like, I don't know, it's like just water, maybe a little bit of soap. Hi, what matter? What matter? So then now, okay, so that was like what, like a year, 2 years ago that was a thing. And I'll bet you that there's still some folks who, like, they still have their Gamer Girl water. They still have it. It's up on a shelf, Dude with a family. Like, it's on the mantle. There's, like, picture of him and the wife, the kids, and the dog. And then just, like, the jar. Poor wife. Just like, can I please? She just keeps on trying to find an excuse to like just like put more pictures in front of it, and he's like, honey, no, like we have to display the water. It's a prized possession. So there's probably some people who still have theirs, and I imagine that the ones who want to be part of the historical zeitgeist are probably still, hi, I'm sorry, baby. I imagine that the people who wanted to be part of that historical zeitgeist are probably still appreciate the fact, like, yes, I have that thing. I have this thing. This is a part of like internet history. Where were you? That's like one of those things. where there's like, there's different assassinations and like the moon landing and like major events, like, attacks and stuff. That's like one of those like, where were you type moments. Where were you when the news dropped that gamer girl water was available? For those of you who don't know, like, it's literally, there was an e-girl who had like just a prominent video game streamer girl who did like kawaii faces, and a lot of neckbeardy dudes are just like, Delphine? But she was popular gamer girl. That a lot of this, she's so gorgeous and I love her. And then she did a promotion where she like got in a bathtub, and she was like in a swimsuit. She got into a bathtub and filled it up with water, and then like just scooped up vials, and then said like, all right, I'm gonna be selling these, and you can get your very own bottle of gamer girl water. And it worked. People bought it. They bought it. It was actually a thing. Hey, girls. So then, I imagine that there's some. So the people that like, historical zeitgeist probably still, they might look back and be like, it wasn't that big of a deal. It's not even that big of a historical moment. I beg to differ. I do think it's an important moment in internet history. I'm not interested in that group of people. Well, I'm interested in the people, in the earnest purchasers. The ones who actually, they saw that product and they said, that is what I need in my life. I'm interested in those individuals, those delightful souls. I wonder, because I imagine that there's a few, they probably like have, maybe it's not put like displayed prominently. Maybe it's just like in a shoebox, like in a store, in a bigger box, like in a closet or something. Maybe every once in a while they see it and they're just like, oh yeah, there's that thing. And I was in a weird place in my life. I'll bet you there's a few of those where they probably have it and they're just like, why did I do that? Why? No. Maybe they're like in a better spot. Maybe they've like, they don't spend as much time on the internet. Hi, boom, boom. They get outside, they touch grass. Maybe they like changed up their diet. They started lifting some weights, working out, so that they feel better about themselves. Maybe they have a little bit more self-esteem. They've been out like making friends, going on dates. And then they look at that bottle of water and it kind of represents like a time in their life that they'd rather just kind of like forget. And it's like, yeah. Things got weird. Things got weird. I've since moved on. I'm sure that there's a few of those. I'm also sure that there's a few who like feel that it is as prized of an item now as it was the day that they got it. I'm sure that there are a few who it is still displayed in a position of honor and prominence, esteem, as if it was a sacred artifact. Ooh, hi. Anytime that they have people over, they're like, let me, it becomes, it's coffee table discussion. Maybe it's not just. Maybe they have other waters. I don't know if there's is there a market? Because anytime that one thing is successful, then other people like say like, oh, yeah, I can do that too. Did other like internet people say like, oh, I'm gonna sit in a bathtub as well? I am going to sit in the bathtub as well. I find myself to be alluring. I have, some very passionate fans. Whoa. Whoa. So maybe like there's a guy that has like like you open up like a special room and it's like, oh, it's climate controlled and the humidity is set just right. And there's just a bunch of like vials and jars on the wall. And then, like someone is like, oh, what's that? It's like, that's a 2019 Delphine. Mill. It is a lovely bouquet. They're wearing like suit jackets. Like, oh yes. I hear that's such vintage here. Oh man. Very silly. Ezra, you're silly. Whoa. 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 All right. It's easy. ZZ the tiger. ZZ the tiger. ZZ. Hi. Where's Mika? Where's Mika? Do you know? Is she in the pool? She's been in there a bunch today. Yep. Not in the top part. She's in the lower part. Not in the top part. She's in the lower part. She has been soaking. Today has been a big Mika soak day. Oh boy. Just them and their peets not wanting to get their peets wet. I love it. It's one of my favorite things in the world. That they can submerge their bodies and just get into the water. But they like to keep, and it's not that they have to, but they just prefer. They prefer to keep their peets dry. It really is. That's the other thing. It's like, oh no, it's like, wow, food can't touch. And then they start smacking the side of their heads. It's more of like, ew, 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 ew. Ew. It's more of that. And it's such a universal tiger thing. Oh my gosh, look at that. What happened? What happened, Mika? Oh no. Oh no. Started raining. And then, yep, Zara's doing it too. Gotta keep them. That's why they'll go in. It's like weird. They've all adopted, or they've all like learned how to do that, like that backwards entry. Yeah. How rude. How rude. So rude. So funny. All right. Thank you for watching this episode of the Walk Around the Compound webcast. Hashtag Dorbus in the comment section below. Like and subscribe for all of your big cat goodness. And if you want to learn more about the facility around me, you can always visit the website carerescuetexas.com for more information. You keep them tigers fed. Big shout out to the extra fancy patrons. I see you. You are so fancy, and thank you so much for your continued support. And here's this guy. Here's this guy. And he's so handsome. He's so handsome. He is. And then there's this guy who is also handsome. Who's also handsome. Yeah. Very nice. Very nice. Ooh. There's a motorcycle. He told him. He told him. You told him. Oh my gosh. He told him. Hi. Rah, 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 rah. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah, you're a good boy. I know. I know. Mean old motorcycle. Alright. Alright. We'll talk to you folks later. Bye-bye.
Walk around the compound, stairs, walk around the compound.